How far do you trust your government when it comes to regulating the internet? Well, a new study has shown that a large proportion of citizens worldwide do not have confidence in politicians. Here with more details is Matthew in the Cube.
Well, Annalise, the use of the internet has skyrocketed during the COVID-19 pandemic for things like video conferencing and accessing important online health information. But at the same time in 2020, across the world, we've seen governments try and step up their efforts to regulate the internet, and in particular, big tech companies like Google, Facebook and Twitter. For example, here in Europe, a lot of conversation is being had about the Digital Services Act, with more information due to come next week. But do we trust our politicians when it comes to regulating the internet? And do we think that they have enough knowledge about the internet to effectively take measures? Well, a new study has been released looking at this. It's been launched by the Internet Society, an NGO, in collaboration with YouGov. They have analysed more than 15,000 people across the globe in 12 different countries. And these are the results that they have come to. When it comes to people trusting the internet, is a shocking statistic, with more than 2/3 of us, 67%, not having confidence in politicians, not believing that they know enough about the internet to effectively regulate it. And this is particularly worrying when you consider the amount of usage of stuff during the COVID-19 pandemic. For example, 48% of people said that they were able to work effectively and remotely during the COVID-19 health crisis because of the internet. And for those people who were using new online resources such as internet banking, that number was 39%. But it's this statistic at the top which is particularly concerning. And here in the Cube, we spoke to the Internet Society, and they have suggested that worldwide governments are not aware enough about the internet's actual structure to effectively take measures.
All countries are coming from a point of view that we need to apply to the internet the US values, the European values, the African values, the Latin American values. So there's all these values that everybody's trying to impose on the internet. And nobody takes a minute to stop and say, hold on, this is actually quite difficult, especially in the current geopolitical environment. What about we all rally behind the internet's values? And those are, those core architectural principles that make the internet, right, what it is. That doesn't, of course, mean that regulation should not happen, but it does indicate very clearly that regulation should not be based on sensationalist arguments or, unfit tools.
So, Annalise, with an increase of measures being taken across the world against the internet, this study is saying that a lot of us do not have faith in our politicians when it comes to the measures.